Hello, I'm Doran Ellen Meldo-Tan, and I saw a video that disturbed me. It's a video by a rabbi. The rabbis are convinced that they are the spokespersons for the Jewish people, and that if anyone is a rabbi, they most certainly are a super Jew and an exemplary Jew. In this particular video, the rabbi said that Jeffrey Sachs is a self-hating Jew. That was in response to the portion of the interview that President Trump put on his page on Truth Social, in which Jeffrey Sachs is speaking about the fact that Netanyahu has dragged America in the past into wars to fight its wars for the state of Israel. And he also described his estimation of Netanyahu's moral level in no uncertain terms. It is very unlike Trump to post the words of an opponent, and Jeffrey Sachs is an opponent of President Trump, without any kind of rebuttal, even mockery. In this particular case, President Trump posted that section of the video without any comment at all, which leaves room for the conclusion that he agrees with that which Jeffrey Sachs said in that portion of the interview. President Trump has said in the past that Netanyahu has disappointed him, that he didn't keep his part of an agreement up, and he also disappointed Trump when he was the first to hasten to congratulate Biden on becoming president, however it was that transpired. So it is clear that President Trump is no admirer of Prime Minister Netanyahu. To say that Jeffrey Sachs is a self-hating Jew, for a rabbi to say that really hurt me. I do not agree with Jeffrey Sachs' comments about the war. It's certainly one-sided, and I do not think that he is aware of the fact that most of the Palestinians, including a number of the heads of Hamas, are in fact Jews who either willingly or unwillingly converted to Islam only a few generations ago. Sinwar, for instance, Yimach Shemo, the name was originally Shneya. You're talking about Jewish families. I'll leave a link in the description to the excellent research of Tzvi Sinai on the topic of Jews in the Palestinian community. It is estimated that about 80% of them are actually Jews. So we therefore can think about terrorists and militants against Israel as being self-hating Jews as well. Netanyahu has been very unkind to the Jewish people, going so far as to brag about having sold us to Pfizer as lab rats. And yet he was voted in. Netanyahu is Jewish self-hatred played out vicariously. Those who vote for him know very well that he's unkind to the Jewish people. And that's why they keep voting him in. Here in Sfat, I think that this is the town that has the highest percentage of supporters of Netanyahu, or certainly did until recently. They may support the Haredi parties that are also part of the coalition with Netanyahu. At any rate, these are the people that are supporting him in the highest percentages, the people in Sfat. Netanyahu has systematically ignored, neglected, and otherwise treated Sfat badly. Netanyahu is the person of choice on the part of self-hating, masochistic Jews. Talking about the rabbis, if we're going to talk about Jewish self-hatred, and by the way, I'm not even convinced that most of the rabbis hail from the Jewish people. I am of the opinion that most of them are descendants of the few women from Italy with whom Jewish men married and had children. There was a genetic bottleneck at the time after the expulsion from Rome. And Jewish men married with a handful of Italian women and had children with them. I don't know how kosher the conversions, if there even were any conversions of those women, are, and from their behavior, I would venture to say that most of the rabbis are probably descended from them. If we want to talk about a self-hating Jew, I would describe a person who, whether they are Jewish or they just believe they are, I would describe a person who is semi-literate in Hebrew and learns more in outside material in Aramaic than actually reading the Hebrew scriptures, and someone who thinks that Yiddish is a holy language as being a self-hating Jew, or an anti-Semitic Gentile who thinks they're Jewish but still hates us from within. We made a very serious mistake establishing a state which requires that we engage in international realpolitik and international economic relations without deeply self-examining and making some very, very serious progress in the direction of healing from our own self-sabotage. We didn't do that. And now we have a whole state with which to hurt ourselves. And since one of the mottos of the Jewish people is "We are one," what that means is a Jewish self-hater, or a person who thinks they're Jewish and hates themselves, feels that it's if not an obligation, then certainly a carte blanche to hurt other Jews even as they sabotage themselves. We are speaking about a people who are deeply, deeply disturbed and are not capable of self-rule any more than the Palestinians are. I am hoping that President Trump is able to see this in us and just as he is taking control of the Gaza Strip, he is also taking control of the state of Israel. And firmly, but in no uncertain terms, helping us to help ourselves. I have said before, and I've said again, that given the fact that Trump has a Jewish daughter and Jewish grandchildren, means that he is very personally committed to and involved with the continuation of the Jewish people, and I believe that he wants that to happen in the best way possible. I am hoping, and if there's anyone who can do it, it's Donald J. Trump, that he has seen Netanyahu's weakness, that he has trussed him up like a turkey, and is taking control of the political situation here. There are a number of people in the government, or who were in the government, who I consider to be much healthier personalities, much more capable leaders than Netanyahu, who is the figurehead through which self-hating Jews act vicariously. That's what he is. I would hope that President Trump is cultivating a really strong relationship with Naftali Bennett and others, but principally Naftali Bennett and anyone who could get along with Naftali Bennett to the purpose of changing the situation here. He wouldn't say it publicly, but I'm 100% convinced that President Trump is aware that the endemic problems in the state of Israel have to be resolved in order for there to be peace. That Hamas are the self-hating Muslim Jews, but that the self-hating Jewish Jews, or hangers-on who think they're Jews, need to be dealt with as well in order for peace to be established. I think the world is blessed that President Trump is the most powerful person in the world right now. Thank you for listening.